Okay, we got some funny noise going on out here that does not sound like an elk bugle. Let's see what this is all about. Hey, Ken, what are you up to there, buddy?
Well, sometimes you just come back to camp and you notice your tire looks a little low. Plugged it in, had 4 pounds of air pressure in it. Looking a little better now.
Yeah, it's looking like it's getting resuscitated. That's good.
Yep, better than driving out on a rim.
Yeah. Or a donut, either one.
Yeah. But, well, sometimes that just happens in the elk woods.
Yeah, the fun never ends at camp.
No, it's true. It's going.
Yeah, just making sure.
I was waiting for you to sit down first before I started.
I know. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to have to talk and then
Get back up and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun.
Well, it's Thursday.
The 16th.
Yep. Opening was the 10th.
So we've been at it hard for 6-7 days, something like that.
Yeah, 1 day of scouting and 6 days of hunting and scouting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little tired, a little smelly.
A little smelly?
Maybe a lot tired and a lot smelly.
Probably.
Yeah, we're no judge of that right now, so probably can't smell every smell.
No, but we can still smell elk.
Yep.
So they smell worse than we do.
Yeah, so we win.
That is true.
This morning, last night, did we do one after we got done last night?
Don't remember. What happened last night? I don't even remember. Oh, we went into the new little blind on the bowl hill.
We got blanked.
Yeah. I think we heard a couple of bugles around us, but
Yeah.
nothing too exciting.
Yeah, nothing close, nothing felt like it was moving in. I heard some brush breaking above me towards the rim of the bowl, but nothing came out, nothing went through that I saw, so don't know if it was just squirrels throwing pine cones again or something else, but that was about the extent of the excitement for me.
Yeah, I think it was probably about the same. So then this morning we went back in there, back to where we sat a couple mornings ago when they snuck in behind us, with the idea that there's elk in the area. We'll sit there, we'll wait until we can hear them, and if it sounds like they're coming in, we're going to get up, get aggressive, and get ahead of them.
Yeah, we've been felt like we've been sitting back and waiting for things to happen too often and coming close, which is the theme of this past week, is so close.
Yeah.
So close, so close. We thought, well, maybe we can seal the deal by being a little more aggressive and going after it harder.
So we heard a bugle coming in, so we got up and moved forward, and then it must have been 2 different bulls bugling, because you said there was one ahead of you, and the one I heard was headed right for where we were sitting.
Yeah. Yep. So we moved for the one ahead of me, because I thought that's the one that Ken was talking about, was the one that I heard up there, and there was actually a bull ahead of me and a bull behind me, which I didn't realize because I didn't hear the bull behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go after it. That's what we agreed to. I'm going. Let's go.
I was following probably 20 or 30 yards behind you, and all of a sudden I could hear it behind me and to my left, and I'm like, wait, where did Chip go? Did we just miss the elk? So we turned around and we started walking back towards where we were sitting, and we were in this little cluster of trees between 2 open spots, and I swear that bull let loose 50 yards away, just around the corner of the trees.
Yeah, felt like he was in our back pocket.
And
laughing.
Yeah. Chip tried to jump behind a fallen tree, and I tried to back up and cow call, and it sounded like a sick pig squeal. And everything went silent after that. So
there wasn't even any laughter, it was just silent.
Yeah, I need some practice is what it sounds like.
Yeah, you know, and you're walking through the woods and you got the diaphragm in your mouth and you're calling and your mouth dries out and you don't get it seated quite right, and that first one, sometimes it just happens. And yeah.
We don't even know if there were any cows with it.
Nope, don't know. Didn't hear any thundering hooves.
No.
They didn't run off. It
Didn't
just
it-
went silent and
Yeah,
kind
I
of snuck
didn't even
away.
see anything running away or walking away any direction. So
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he just went straight uphill.
He knew something wasn't quite right and said, "No, I'm just gonna go." So we don't know if that bull had come out from the bowl and had heard the other bull, because we were right in between them.
Yeah.
And if he was on his way to go have conversation with this other bull, or what was up. But either way, it didn't work out for us.
No, but it was fun,
It was fun.
which is also the theme of this trip.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun and some close encounters, and we learned a lot and had a lot of fun exploring some new area.
Yeah, I think last year's theme was one and done. You know,
Yeah.
It was opening day and
And then relax and
we were
enjoy.
tagged out. Yeah, relax and enjoy it. This year is so close but so fun, because we have had the opportunity. We've been pushed to go out and hunt. Last year it was, okay, we're done hunting, so let's go play with our cameras
Yeah.
and take pictures of stuff. We didn't do what we probably should have put in more hoof time for actually hunting last year, and more
Yeah.
scouting, I suppose. But it was a good time last year too, relaxing
was.
and fun.
It was.
And this year is just different, and we learned a lot, and we were pushed out of our normal area that we've hunted and spent time in, and had to look at other ground and figure out how to hunt it.
Yeah.
So
But I feel like we learned a lot about the elk behavior and what they do and how they sound. So that ended up being helpful.
yeah, and I think we were talking about this on the way back up here, that we hadn't really paid attention in the woods, walking in the woods, to the smell of elk. When you go
Yeah.
through the woods and you go, okay, something just went through here, you can tell by the smell. And in the past, I'd always put it up to, well, we're on grazing grounds a lot of the times, and it smells similar to, a cow, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying that's where
Yeah,
your brain goes,
it's
what the smell is. But
kind of a livestock smell.
it is, and so didn't really think much about it before. This year, thought about it.
Yeah. Busted into elk a couple of times on accident.
Yep. So the smell thing, and last year we got lucky and didn't have to worry about the wind too much. And this year we really learned the hard lesson of how important paying attention to the wind
Yeah,
direction
a couple
is,
of times.
and how it can, all of a sudden you got a great setup, and up in the mountains, the wind doesn't just pick a direction and go.
No, especially if you're on that ridge, it swirls.
Yeah. So it can be all happy, well and good for a while, and then all it takes is one gust and you're busted. That was a couple of things. What else? I mean, it's just so much stuff.
I mean, I think part of it was getting out and looking around more. And one of the things that I noticed I started to put together better this year was kind of travel routes. Which bull, where it sounded like it started from and ended up, where are they going? And it seemed like there was one kind of going around the backside of the mountain, maybe to the meadow, and then maybe another one coming from the bull straight across. It also sounded like maybe there was one coming from the bull heading straight south, and then there were also some heading from across south of camp. So starting to put together these grazing to bedding routines that some of these elk seem to have.
Yeah, and for us there was a time of day that was pretty regular each day, where you felt like you were going to see traffic. And then it's like this morning, tying that together with the smell, we walked in and you hit the cross trail where you knew elk had come from their feeding area and were headed to their bedding area, because we crossed that scent line. It was like smack you in the face.
Yep, and then shortly after the light comes up, you start hearing the bugles of those other ones coming through. And then after a certain point, they're done. They've hit their bedding area and they're quiet.
Yep, it's just nothing but somebody wandered around with a bugle call, trying to get lucky.
Yep. It's like a drunk guy at a bar.
Yeah.
You can edit that out if you want.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, so that's kind of bringing the end of this trip.
Yeah.
And we're not sure what next year may or may not bring.
Who knows? Who knows? Ken's got some life changes coming up. My wife was very patient and gracious and did a lot to make sure I could come this year and take care of chores and all the stuff back home so I could be here. So who knows how that's going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
When I go home, whether we'll get a second round on that or not.
But the longer we were here, the more we kind of were determined to come back and make it work.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to do again, you know. And for me, I just see it getting harder as I get older. So while I can still do it, I'd like to keep doing it. But we'll see if it works out.
So if anybody wants to start GoFundMe accounts to help finance next year's trip,
Or,
and
yeah, finance a nice present that I can get my wife to say thank you.
yeah,
You know, donations appreciated.
absolutely.
There'll be a little line at the bottom, GoFundMe, good luck. Yeah.
I guess thanks for sticking it through with us.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yeah.
we didn't get to put one on the ground for you this time, but that's hunting.
It's hunting, and we had fun doing it and had fun getting out here, and just great place to be, a great place to spend time and get away from things. And you get to drive back to Phoenix, aren't you, lucky?
Yes, I do. Yeah. But my trip is 4 hours. You get to drive back to Iowa.
Yeah, that's a long haul,
Yes.
but worth it.
It was a good trip.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again.
Yep.